Once upon a time, in a cozy little village nestled between tall mountains, there lived two brave siblings named Hansel and Gretel. Their home had just burned down in a big fire, leaving only smoky ruins behind. But their mom had given them a special glowing map before she left to find help. "Follow this to the Starlit Grove," she whispered. Hansel, with his messy brown hair and determined eyes, unfolded the map, its symbols pulsing like tiny stars. Gretel, with her blonde pigtails and bright blue eyes, looked back at the ashes with a mix of sadness and resolve. Smoke curled up, and the distant valley wind called them forward. Hand in hand, they stepped into the Whispering Valley, where mist swirled like playful ghosts around their feet. Hansel led the way, gripping Gretel's small hand tight. She glanced nervously at the looming pine trees, their branches whispering secrets. "What's that sound?" Gretel asked, her voice tiny. Hansel shushed her gently. "Just the wind, but stay close." As they walked deeper, Hansel studied the map, its symbols glowing brighter, pointing the way. Gretel hummed a soft tune to chase away her fears, and pointed excitedly at glowing mushrooms dotting the path. "Look, Hansel! They're like little lamps." The mushrooms pulsed with soft light, and the map's symbols shifted like magic. Suddenly, strange shadows danced between the trees, twisting in unnatural ways. Hansel raised his hand. "Shh!" They crouched low, hearts pounding, eyes darting as the shadows flickered above. The map glowed even brighter, like a friend saying, "Keep going." They reached a glittering silver stream, moonlight dancing on its surface. Gretel dipped her fingers in, giggling as the cool water sparkled. Hansel frowned at the map, pulsing in his hands. "We're on the right path," he said, but his voice was a bit shaky. Then, oh wonder, they spotted a cozy cottage woven from vines, glowing with trapped fireflies. Gretel gasped, tugging Hansel's sleeve. "It's beautiful." Hansel squinted, wary but curious, as the map glowed in sync with the fireflies. A yummy smell of bread wafted out, making their tummies rumble. In the doorway stood Liora, her silver hair sparkling with flowers, smiling warmly. Her dress shimmered like living vines. "Come in, little ones," she beckoned in a soothing voice. Hansel hesitated, but Gretel stepped forward, drawn by the warmth. Fireflies glowed brighter as they entered. Inside, a table groaned with steaming food, honeyed fruits and cakes. Gretel grabbed a fruit, munching happily. Hansel ate slowly, eyeing Liora suspiciously as her eyes glinted. She leaned forward, asking about the map. Hansel showed her the glowing symbols warily. "It's for the Starlit Grove," he said. Liora's eyes flickered green, and a faint ominous hum filled the air. Tired from their journey, they lay on soft moss beds. Gretel yawned. Hansel tucked the map under his arm, and fireflies danced shadows as their eyes drooped. A gentle lullaby hum lulled them to sleep. But oh no! They woke up trapped in a cage of twisted roots underground! Liora smirked outside, her warm smile gone, replaced by a chilling laugh. "Your hopes will feed the valley," she taunted. Hansel gripped the map. Gretel gasped, roots pulsing faintly. In the dim light, Gretel spotted a trapped firefly. "It can help," she whispered, reaching out. Hansel watched hopefully as the firefly's light pulsed. It hovered to the lock, its glow melting the roots like wax. Gretel cheered. Hansel grabbed her hand, and they scrambled free. They sprinted through glowing fungal tunnels, dodging roots. The map's symbols shifted, guiding them up. Leora's shadowy form chased them, her vine dress lashing out. They ducked and ran faster, her hisses echoing. At the tunnel's end, vines snapped close behind. Hansel pulled Gretel through a narrow gap, the map flaring brightly. Bursting out, they stumbled into the Starlit Grove, trees sparkling like stars. Awestruck, the map dimmed. The Starlit Guardian appeared, his cloak shimmering, smiling warmly. "You've passed the test with hope and courage," he said in a calm voice like a breeze. He handed Hansel a glowing fruit, its light pulsing. Gretel clapped excitedly as sparkles drifted up. "Plant this, and your home will grow anew." They trekked back confidently, the fruit lighting their path, shadows retreating. Seeing the village horizon, they quickened pace, hopeful glances shared. Kneeling by the ashes, Hansel dug a hole. Gretel placed the fruit. The ground sparkled, vines sprouting! They stepped back as vines twisted up, forming a glowing house. Triumphant chimes rang out. Their parents returned, running with joyful sobs, embracing them tight. The house pulsed with sparkles. Hansel hung the now blank map above the hearth, both smiling. As the sun rose, the family stood outside, confident, valley mist fading. Gretel sat on the steps, humming her tune, tying her scarf tighter. Hansel touched the map, determination in his eyes. Villagers cheered in celebration, lanterns glowing. But in the distant valley, Liora's shadow faded with a whisper, promising mystery. A firefly hovered near. Gretel waved as it vanished into stars. The family shared meals, laughing by the hearth. The valley lay silent, waiting. Gretel practiced bravery with a stick. Hansel sketched new maps. Parents whispered thanks. They examined the map's mysteries, village renewing with hammers and cheer. Gretel sang on a hill, peaceful. Hansel promised protection, fist clenched. The guardian watched unseen, smiling. By the hearth, Hansel retold their tale with gestures, parents amazed. Around a bonfire, stories flowed, house glowing. Gretel dreamed of fireflies and groves, smiling in sleep. Hansel kept vigil at night, map glowing faintly. And so, with the sun rising over a thriving village, Hansel, Gretel, and their family held hands, ready for whatever came next. Remember kids, courage and hope can light even the darkest paths. But always trust your heart. Moral: courage and hope can overcome even the darkest trials, but trust must be earned, not given blindly.
Click subscribe and like. Come back and play with Jungle Friends day by day.